Hello students, so in the previous lecture we discussed about the Newton's second law of motion, that is when the momentum gets changed. So you know that what is the momentum, and I shared in the last lecture. So when the momentum gets changed, definitely force will be there. So that is why the rate of change, rate means something, a physical quantity which is going to change with time is known as force. So today we will discuss about the Newton's third law of motion. So Newton's third law of motion, what is the Newton's third law? Now see here, you know that if uh, you are watching to me and you are sitting on some bed or some desk or somewhere else, so what is happening during that time? You know that if you are sitting on a chair and watching my this video, so in that case I want to share that when a chair on which you are sitting, action will be there, action will be there in the downward direction, but chair will provide the reaction in the upward direction. So what I want to say that whatever the action is there from you, same reaction will be there from the chair. So that is why what I want to say that action and reactions are equal and opposite. That is the Newton's third law of motion. One more thing I want to share that action is provided by you on the chair and reaction is provided by the chair on you. So therefore these two forces act on the different bodies, they do not act on the same bodies. So this is the Newton's third law of motion. We will discuss the Newton's third law of motion in this chapter. Then gravitation will come again, we will discuss. Then in +1 standard again we will discuss. Then in +2 standard again we will discuss. So that Newton's third law of motion is very important, because why I am saying that, you know that two charges are there, again force will be there, two forces, two charges mean force acting on the one charge due to the other, force acting on the second charge due to the other. Again Newton's third law will be valid here. Magnetic force between the north and south pole, again two north and south poles are there, forces F1 and two forces will be there, action and reaction will be there. So what I want to say that without where the force will be exist, Newton's third law will automatically come there. So it is a very important law, because all the forces, whether it is a magnetic force, electrostatic force, gravitational force, or we are discussing the Newton's third law, in all the cases Newton's third law will be valid. So this is Newton's third law of motion. So suppose that now this is the diagram. So a block, either block or either you are sitting on the chair. So in this case what will happen? Action is there, action in the downward action, and that provided by the reaction in the upward direction by the table. If any one is not going to be balanced, in that case something may be happened. So what may happen, suppose I want to share that कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि हम कहीं बैठते हैं और वो नीचे को दब जाता है, ठीक है, नीचे को, और वो टूट जाएगा. सो व्हाट विल हैपन इन दैट केस? इट मीन्स दैट एक्शन हमारा ज़्यादा है, रिएक्शन कम हो गया उस टाइम. तो एक्शन और रिएक्शन जब तक बराबर रहेंगे वो बैलेंस्ड रहेगा, ठीक है. सो तभी ये जो एक्शन है रिएक्शन है, वी आर सेइंग दैट इक्वल इन मैग्नीट्यूड एंड अपोजिट इन डायरेक्शन. सो दैट इज if F1 to be the force acting on the one with respect to other, and F2 be the force, F21 be the force acting on the two with respect to one. So therefore F12 plus F21 is equal to 0. So this is the Newton's third law of motion. We will discuss in detail in gravitation also, when we will discuss about vectors, and in electrostatic force and in magnetic force we will discuss in higher classes. So this is the Newton's third law of motion. Next I want to share with some example that about the Newton's third law of motion. So this is one of the example. Now you can see that when a person, when this person jump out of this boat, then he push the boat in the backward direction. So that is known as action. That is called action. And what the boat provide to that person, that is known as, again, that is a push provided by the boat to the person to jump out of that boat toward the source. So in that case, what is going to happen? One is the action and reaction is provided by the boat. So it means that when some force will be act, automatically two forces will come. That is, one is the action and other is the reaction. When we move on the road, what will happen? Again, we are going to press the ground, and ground provided the reaction to move forward. So again, the action and reaction are there. I want one more application. When we fire a bullet from the gun, in that case, again, action and reaction is there. Action. So what I am saying that in each case, where the forces will be involved, action and reaction will be there, and these action and reaction, they do not act on the same bodies, they act on the different bodies. So this is the about Newton's third law of motion. Next is law of conservation of momentum. Law of conservation of momentum. Law of conservation of momentum. So let me take the chalk because it is almost finished. So what is the law of conservation of momentum? According to this law, we already said, because this law of conservation of momentum comes from Newton's second law of motion. So how it comes, let me share with you. So if no external force act on the body, then momentum is conserved or constant. What is meaning? If no external force, mean force from the external source is not there. So if no force is there, it means that momentum will be constant. How it is there? Let me share. You know that F is equal to dp over dt. That is, change in momentum with time is known as force. We already discussed in the Newton's second law, which is equal to m into v minus u over dt. This is the change in momentum in time dt. So let it be, time will be mv minus mu over time t minus 0. What I am saying, that I am taking the initial velocity. When initial velocity is u, then the time is 0. When the velocity is v, the time is t, and the bodies will have the mass of small m. So what is the definition? If no external force mean act on the body, no external force mean F is equal to 0. This implies, if this is equal to 0, it means that this term mv minus mu over t minus 0 is equal to 0. So this implies this is the final momentum, pf minus pl is equal to 0. Mean final momentum minus initial momentum is equal to 0. So this implies pf is equal to pi. That is, initial momentum is equal to final momentum. If there is no change in the momentum, because initial momentum is whatever the initial momentum, according to this condition, whatever the initial momentum in final momentum is also same. So according to this one, if momentum is remain same, so this implies Pf is equal to Pi is equal to constant, or that is equal to P is equal to constant. So this is the definition. Now in shortcut, if no external force is there, it means that momentum is constant. That is the definition. अगर बॉडी के ऊपर जरा भी फोर्स नहीं लगेगी, एक्सटर्नल फोर्स, if no external force is there on that particular object, in that case what will happen? Momentum is remain conserved. Conserved मतलब no change in the momentum. Momentum हमेशा constant रहेगा अगर force नहीं लगाएंगे. So this is the law of conservation of momentum, and in the next lecture what we will discuss, let me share with you applications. That is a very important part of law of conservation of momentum. Application of law of conservation of momentum. Two applications we will discuss. That is, momentum is conserved when two bodies collide with one another. This is the first application, and in the second application we will discuss about the recoil velocity of the gun. So these are the two important applications for the 9th standard students. We will discuss more application in only 1 to 2 applications will be more when you go in higher classes. So with this hope that this lecture is clear to all of you. But again, I want to share कि if you want to understand, see the video 2 to 3 times. That is a very important, because what will happen while seeing the video, what I am saying, that is very important. Written part is not important. Written part that will be available in the books. So why to go for the written part? No, what I am saying, that is important. So go for to see the video 2 to 3 times so that every concept will be clear to all of you. With this hope that you understand this topic in a better way only if you go for self-study. So in the next lecture we will meet with a new topic. Till then, goodbye.